You got beef too. We'll talk about that later.
Welcome back to Planet Groove, everyone. With me, it's one of the founders of LaFace Records, L.A. Reid. Welcome to the show.
Hey, Rachel. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Doing very well.
I'm doing what I got to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now, I know Yabyan was initially approached to do the soundtrack for Soul Food. How did LaFace end up with it?
I fought for it.
You fought for it?
Yeah, I had this feeling about the movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Kenny and Tracy, Bob Title, George Tillman, those guys, they put together a great movie.
Yeah.
And I seen pieces of it.
Right.
And after watching those pieces, I was determined to get it.
Right.
So in some respects, we were competing for it. You know?
Right. I see.
You know, so I coughed up the cash.
So it's a good thing they decided to do the movie then, eh?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I hear you.
It's good for them.
You're right. I love it. Now, on the soundtrack, there are incredible artists on it. You have veteran people, Boyz II Men and Vogue, new up-and-coming artists on it as well.
Right.
You know, how did you decide who you wanted to put on the soundtrack?
I think between Kenny and Tracy and myself, we just kind of talked around, and the record started out being an album of groups.
Right.
So you got In Vogue, you got Drew Hill, you have Escape and Tenderoni, Outkast, and then after a certain point, we said, okay, cool, we got groups. Now let's just go for shaping this record and making it a great record.
Right.
So we went for Puff Daddy and Little Kim,
Right.
you know,
Right.
and Blackstreet with Jay-Z. So, you know, we just tried to make a great record.
Right.
Really.
Now, were all these songs specifically written for the movie?
Most of them were, not all of them, but the majority of them, like the theme song, a song for Mama from Boyz II Men,
Right.
was written for the film.
Okay.
The Drew Hill record was written for the film. You know, most of them were. I would say about 80% of the records were.
Okay, now, did you have an integral part in placing, like, which songs would go in which parts of the movie?
No, not really. My role was just to make sure that they all got placed.
I got you.
You know, I probably made like one small suggestion, you know, to use the Boyz II Men record to open the film, but
Right.
otherwise, I think that Kenny did an excellent job at placing the music. You
Right. Okay, now what's on the horizon for LaFace?
We've been pretty busy, you know.
Yeah?
Soul Food soundtrack #1, you
Yeah?
know. Usher, you know, we just put Usher out, and if my information is correct, it's the #1 video at BET.
It's doing very well.
So we're really happy about that. We're about to release a new Goody Mob album. We have a new Tony Rich album coming.
Okay.
And TLC is in the studio.
Okay.
Tony Braxton is headed there.
Okay, I know everyone can't wait for those.
Yeah,
Now,
I
what-
can't wait for those.
I'm
I gotta get those or I'm gonna lose my job, you know.
You're not losing your job,
I'm
LA.
I'm kidding.
Now, are you doing anything independently of LaFace?
No, not really. I mean, I have some things I do. I have a publishing company called Hitco that's run by LaRonda Sutton. She's doing a great job with it. But otherwise, most of my energy, if not all of my energy, is
Goes into that,
records,
yeah.
LaFace Records.
Yeah, well, you have a lot of good people there.
Thank you.
Now, we play all the stuff here at BET.
Thank you.
On
Not enough.
Planet Groove.
Not enough. Play more.
We'll play
more.
We'll play more. It's great to
Greedy.
have you on the show. Love the movie, love the soundtrack.
Oh, thank you very much.
L.A. Reid on Planet Groove. We've got more of our Soul Food Party performances from people on the soundtrack coming up next.